All right, what's up, people? So I had these two by requests that came in kind of back to back a little bit, and one of them was kind of, I would say, a complaint, but not really. It was like, well, you haven't done that much on the Azoedia. I had to send the brother a fucking playlist and bonus content. If you go to Rumble, I have Rumble exclusives on the Azoedia. But what I did was I said, you know what? Thank you for reminding me. I should probably make another video on the Azoedia. So what I did was, and I know you're gonna be like, well, you sound like one of those weirdo Christians that when they do the fucking like the praying in tongues or whatever the fuck, I asked it for a number, and I got the number 51. So that's the number I got. And then I realized, okay, so what's going on here? So we can talk about Azoedia, page 51. And also, prior to that, if we go down here. Now look at this. Mine is the agape of Thanatos. That means love of death. If you're not familiar with the Greek, I guess. I don't know. I'm not even that familiar with Greek, but I know that's what it means. Unto which I call you, O my fetish priests. You're reminded almost even of like the Cenobites from Hellraiser, right? The recurring knell of thine obsession. Okay, so look, this guy worships death and he died young. So we can talk about that. Now, what is he doing? He's doing this thing right here, the offering at the western gate. Now, see, okay, we're going to go back here for a second. We're just going to go back and we're going to see that this is, what is this? The right of egress. Okay, that's the third of his rights, correct? So it's, what is it? Ingress, that goes in. Congress, that's union. And then egress, which is going out. And how do you go out? Through the western gate. What lies in the west? The setting sun. Okay. But then I had somebody ask me, they were like, dude, talk about the Lords of the Left-Hand Path. And so I was like, well, wait a minute. I have two versions of that. I have the original. I have this guy right over here. You can see it right there. I'm going to take that out. I can, of course, it's a real book. It's a real book. It's the OG. It's the OG, okay? Yes, I have that. I know, right? We're piling shit up, aren't we? And now watch this shit. You're like, well, what the fuck is Cobra Commander doing with fucking Pinhead? Killing him, obviously. So then we have that version. Pinhead, how the fuck did that happen to you, buddy? Did Hulk smash? I think Hulk smashed. We're gonna have to do Pinhead's get mad at the Hulk. And then fucking Cobra Commander's like, what the fuck's going on here, dude? But see, he won't stand up. It's a fucking toy. No, but seriously, we have to have fun. They gave me this. It was a weirdo comic. I don't even know. That might be valuable as fuck, or it might not be fucking valuable at all. Where do this guy goes here? He goes here, maybe. I don't know. Fuck, stand up. I know, it's Pride Month. Look, it's Pride Month. I keep trying to give him away. Everybody keeps punching me in the face. I'm kidding. Nobody punches me in my face. That just doesn't happen. All right, Pinhead. Fuck. So, yeah. I know you're like, this is a hybrid video, isn't it? So, yeah, I have the OG. And then I have the new one. It's the same fucking book. I just think this one, I haven't bothered to fucking, I just think this one has an extra, it has an extra appendix or something. Plus it's smaller. You can see this is the old school shit right here. What is that called? 8x12 or something? 7x11? I don't know. 7-Eleven. You know what I'm saying? Which one is the one where he added on? He added something on. It was one little thing, I think. Afterward. Yeah, it's the afterward. That's what he added. And then appendix. I think those two are new to the version. It's not this one. which this I prefer. This reminds me of like the fucking like the old school shit. You know what I'm saying? The old school shit. Wow, I can't even hold the fucking book open. Oh, it's hurting my fucking feelings. So then we can go down here. Terminus. Okay, the urban. So it's the same fucking book then. God damn it! I thought there was more in this motherfucker. They said they added something on. Maybe it was a preface or some shit like that. Acknowledgements or something. You know, I still don't have a. This is funny as fuck. Don't worry, I'm gonna talk about this because I think this is a great work, an awesome work, 100%. It's just not something that I just can make one video about it because it's a whole bunch of different things. It's a concept of, you know, what the what they call the via, you know, sinistre, or, you know, like the path less taken, or the crooked path, or, you know, there's all kind of names for it, you know, Vamakara, you know, all that shit. And what Stephen Flowers, PhD, and he is a definite PhD, he's a smart guy. What he does is he basically breaks it down. He's like, okay, this is where it kind of, and we're going to go through history, and we're going to fucking, yeah, exactly. I mean, but you can't really, to make a video on this book is just to say, buy this book, or you can't buy this one anymore. This is hard to get. I think it is. I bought it fresh when it came out. And then this one, which is the reprint, you know, like I said, Pride Month, dude, there's only a couple days left. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely a must read. Just a must read. I don't know what the fuck to say. I can't make a fucking like a video about it because it's a bunch of things. It's like he has this part where let me see if I can find it. You know, I'm gonna have to flip through real quick. There's this part where he brings this thing up that nobody really talks about. And where the fuck? I'm probably not going to find it really quick. Maybe it's later. Let's get into it. I'm trying to... You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to skim this shit. No, that wasn't it. It comes before that. Yeah, I've actually read this book. Yeah, we got to go back. We're going back. We won't go too far. Not that far. Yeah. Keep going. Where's the image? This is the one. Even Joe Rogan has talked about this. There it is. Right there. Boom. That's it. That's the image. It's Jesus as a donkey, right? Crucified. Jesus as a donkey crucified. And then it was, you know, was Jesus a Lord of the left-hand path? You see? That's what I'm saying. Like, I could just talk, I could take this one paragraph and I could just make a whole video on just that. What I'm saying is, must own. You can get the new one, you know? I don't know. It's got a prettier cover. I prefer this cover. The trapezoidal fucking pentagram. So, anywho, now we come back to this. I know, I told you, this is going to be a weird fucking video. The offering at the Western Gate. In the Occidental, which Occidental basically means the opposite of Oriental. So it's like the West, the Western Gate, right? That's the land of the setting sun. In the Occidental Gate of the circle fashion, the first icon in thine own true likeness, from the pale wax of a candle, such as burneth in the west with the light of the dying sun. See what I'm talking about? See, dying sun, Western. This is about sunsets. This is about, let's go back to it, Thanatos, death. This is an agape, which means the deepest love. Greek had many words for love. Agape was the deepest. The agape of Thanatos, meaning the true love of death. So I think you can understand. Like, look, I'm not going to try to fucking tell you what this grimoire is about, because this grimoire is a very, like, detailed, like, it's a journey. Like, how should I put this? It's a working. This is something that is, it basically took the brother's life to put this out, you know? This was his opus. This was his, you know, if we can flip forward, a spell for shape-shifting. Do you think he means literal, like your lycanthropy? No, I don't think so. An enchantment for the totemic spirit of the bear. What is a bear? What does a bear do? So, like I say, man, this is a text, and I went to 51 because that number was given to me magically. I don't know how stuff like that works, but it does. And then we can look at things like this. All right? Thou shalt proceed to petition the ancestral gods and spirits of witch blood, to watch over and diligently attend unto the needs and requisites of thy sacred purpose. Sacred means what? A sacrifice. What does a sacrifice mean? A loss. Right? Right? What did I just say? Then thou shalt perform the watcher of the western gate. No, he said perform the act of sacrifice to the watcher of the western gate, who is basically, go back here again, Thanatos, death. This is basically some kind of, again, mystery of the Occidental, meaning anti-Oriental, meaning, the other side, path of our wisdom. So, yeah. I'm not going to turn the page, because to do that would be to... I'm not even saying this is a working at all. I mean, this whole book is a working, but that's just one page, and that's just me interpreting like what's over here and what's over here a little bit, and then also talking about this a little bit, because, hey man, I'm a man of the people. And, when you get blocked by, people that can't even defend their own position, then you come back to your folks and you're like, okay, man, what do you want to talk about? So we talk about that, you know what I mean? And we talk about that. I mean, this book, like I say, man, I just can't make one video about that book. I just can't. Just like I can't make one video about the Azuelia. I think when you really get down to Andrew Chumbley and his magics, because again, right here I have Ketub, right? And we're going to do this, and then I can put on top of that here, right? And I can do that. And you're like, well, that looks kind of goofy. And I'm like, it looks pretty cool. Because there's a whole bunch more I could put on top of that. Where's the dog? Fuck. Hold on. Sorry. I'll be back.